Hey, shalom, shalom. Mr. Brother Amon coming with a quick video, low ones edifying to the point. I want to give our honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, rule well and teach us. Shalom to those be like men that scattered abroad, pushing this truth without sincerity. And also shalom to very few sincere sisters, right, that's taking heed and getting in order in these last days, right? So, it's like you had a brain part. So, like I said, hey, I'm one. Hey man, call Allah, how about Shema Shah? We in a beautiful time, right? What we've been telling you is starting to show, right? It's been shown, but it's starting to show more evident, right, for Jake to realize, you know. And I want to start off with this definition, prelude, right? It says an action or event serving as an introduction to something more important, right? So what we're watching is what the preview. Right, let's look at some of these definitions. The preparation, leading, that's real heavy too. Beginning, right? Cause we're coming into a time of Jacob's trouble, right? They want to get the NWO off the ground, so they have to start, right? They have to start somewhere, right? And what we've been, hey, the videos is there, man. The videos is there. Brothers have been, apostles would have been saying, Israel first, Judah worst, and what we know that Judah is going to what? Spark the whole thing off, man. You know, Israel first, right? The southern kingdom, the northern kingdom, so like you so-called Latinos and natives. And Judah the worst. You know, we're seeing Jacob's trouble from the spark off and call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai because, hey, we're finna go into a dark winter. You know, and my opinion, my personal humble opinion, Esau will definitely try to move in the wintertime because, hey, Jake's not trying to move around when it's cold, right? And matter of fact, before I even go to that, I got a precept just lined up just thinking about that, right? Because just like 70 AD, man, the siege, man, you know, this is Matthew 24, go down some more, in verse 20. It says, but pray that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, right? Because you're chilling. You're right. You're cool, calm, collective. You know, well, I ain't gonna say collective. You know, because Jake ain't gonna be collective. But you know, you chilling, in relaxed mode. You know, I always say, pray that your flight be not in the winter, and I believe so. I believe, hey, that's a big possibility, man. Right? Ain't even got it's starting to get cold, a little nippy out there, but. You know, he could possibly move this thing out when it gets cold, man. You know, so that's what that made me think about that, right? But back to this prelude, right? Forerunner, opener, right? That's heavy. This is the opener to what's actually finna go down, man. We've been telling you, hey, the scriptures don't lie, right? Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when these things shall come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. You know. Been warning you about the destruction before it actually happened. You know, so let me get to these videos. The first one to grab, right, from the beloved brother, right, Radar.
As you see, you know, these people are not showing mercy.
I'm gonna grab the clip that he had from his video, right, and also, you know, subscribe, watch, and be edified, you know, to the brother, right. So I'm gonna play this clip right quick, because this is what's going down, man. They're separating families, man. And I want to say one more thing. Hey, ICE is not going nowhere. They're here to stay, right? You're watching pretty much the new officers, right? That's what you're watching.
As you see, you know, these people are not showing mercy.
I don't have any choice.
No, quiero.
I don't have any choice.
No, mami.
Hey, aquí estoy contigo.
Will you
stand up and come with us?
No quiero.
No vale, no vale.
No vale. Please.
I understand, sir, but you have to come with us.
Please, no.
You have to come with us.
ICE is detaining black people in Chicago. Do you understand? We told y'all it was going to start with Hispanic people and immigrants, and they were already going after Haitians, already going after my people. So I've been saying this, but like they're now ICE is now detaining black people in Chicago. They just raided a whole apartment complex. Ain't that crazy?
And I was going through certain comments, you know, just on a lot of different videos, and a person made out the point It was like Trump was saying, hey, America is a practice, a practice for the troops, practice day for the troops, right? So what they're doing is getting hands-on practice, because this is actually about to happen, man. Call Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai, man, right? We've been talking about this for years, right? Starting with the apostles, man, and it's at our front door, right? And with that being said, we know that the ark is closing, the doors are closing, right? The doors of mercy are closing, right? We telling you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives, it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. It is high time to wake out of sleep. This is evidence, right? How much more evidence you need to turn it to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? Matter of fact, let me grab a quick precept, and Salaki for being all over the place, but hey, the spirit just be jumping. Right, this is the book of Ecclesiastes 5 verse 7. Make no tearing to turn to the Lord, right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? These are warning calls. These lessons are warning calls to you, right? Make no tearing to turn to the Lord, right? Stop procrastinating, stop pussyfooting, right? This shit finna get ugly, right? Ezekiel 7 and 5. Evil and only evil, behold, is come. And end is come, and end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. Right? This is our time, man. They snatching up folks, and you ain't got you don't know how to deal, right? When these folks grab you, Isaiah 33 and 6, man, what we teach about all the time. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. You're gonna need it. Right? This is Ecclesiastes 5 verse 7. Make no tearing to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly, right? All at an instant, all at once, man. Hey, define that word suddenly, man. Right? Baba Kusha, please, can you just look that word up? Suddenly. Define suddenly for yourself. Right? For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. Right? And who he's going to use as the sword? Esau, Edom. Right? Suddenly, he's going to put Esau in go mode, right? Revelation 12 and 12. I got to grab that. Because the Lord got to use Esau to come down with the wrath so he can intervene and can get us up out of this hellhole, man. But if you're not on the side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you can definitely get caught up in the mix, man. Right? But it says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. See, this is what happens when you don't want to turn it to your power. Now you get caught up inside the wrath that he got for the rest of these folks, man. Let's go back to this video.
They raided a whole apartment complex. And it didn't matter what you were doing in your apartment. You had people roll up in your house, detain you. And if you had a warrant out, they kept you. That's like, what are you doing in my house in the first place? They're detaining black people in Chicago.
And it's not going to just stop right there in Chicago, right? You're going to, go to Memphis? Well, go out. You can go to all these states, man, right? We way above the curve, The scriptures talk about in the book of Revelation, at the 10th part of the city is failed, right? We know that they're gearing up for what? The 10th part of the city, 10 FEMA regions, man. This is what the people fail to realize, man. So yes, they're practicing hands-on. They doing this the beginning of it. 2026 finna be slapped crazy. Right? But these people do not see that, man. Right? They do not see it. I'm like 16 more seconds left.
So, okay.
And he just ranting on. But I definitely want to grab some more scriptures. But I had another video. 6 minutes. I definitely need to link to this. And this was, this is funny to me, right? This the head title, right? He said, fuck them kids. I think about Bernie Mac, but this goes to show you in that time, they not gonna give a fuck, man. They don't give a damn how much your child is crying, man. They don't care about your soul. You don't have no fucking rights, Jade. Gotta understand that. You ain't got no rights, man. This man said he finna come out with great wrath, and so like, let me grab that. And so like I'm jumping, but hey, Lord willing, y'all sticking with me. Right, Revelation 12 and 12. You know, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he know that he have but a short time, right? And we're in the presence of that cruel Lord. That's not bullshit, man. Trump putting them shits together ain't thwart shit. Hell, you helping us get to where we need to go, you know? Hey, he pushing P, goddamn. He pushing prophecy. Salakia, you know? But hey, he getting this shit rolling, man, because he know that hey, it's over with, man. Right? Hey, you know how you go to the club, you know what I'm saying? And hey, the club closes at 3 o'clock. Lights come on at shit 2:50. All right, boy, pack this shit on up. Time to go ahead on that. You know, he knows it's over with, man. Because he know that he had but a short time, man. You know, so hey, they finna come down with that great wrath. I forgot the scripture, but you know, they coming in the draconian measures, man. Right? Unrighteous decrees and all of those things, man. Right? So let me play this clip right quick. I'm gonna just let it play for most of it, and I'm gonna intervene, you know, as necessary. It says how Chicago's resisting Donald Trump's immigration. Hey man, that second age of 16, or is it 15? You know, they're not gonna regard the kings nor the princes, right? Hey man, we're in a beautiful time, Akim wa Aqua.
We are getting new reports about a chilling and downright shocking escalation of ICE tactics against the residents of Chicago. In the middle of the night, hundreds of armed federal agents and police, backed up by riot trucks, smoke grenades, and helicopters, breached fences and busted doors in an immigration raid on an entire apartment building on the city's south side. They pulled dozens of residents from their homes and zip ties, including children, some of them without any clothes. They then held some outside for hours and dragged the others into rented vans.
It was scary because...
And just one thing about it, man, these folks don't care about none of that, man. Like, hey, my big bro on Carafe, you know, he used to talk about that same testimony, you know, a lot, because we speak on it. He speak on it a lot because, hey, it's true. That was a prelude, man. You know, he was literally at the crib, and he had some folks over from down the road. You know, they didn't got caught up inside some shit, you know, but that he wasn't aware of. And you know, like the girl was, you know, at his crib, and, you know, they thought the dude could have been there too. You know, pretty much, you know, and it came to his house, you know, and at the time, you know, he's at the cul-de-sac. So, you know, hey, they pull up on that street. The whole street is flooded, you know. And if I'm mistaken, he said it was number just trucks, right? Number trucks and paddy wagons, all for one person. But the thing was, right, just get to the point. He was like, you know, all I knew was the kids was going upstairs, and here, you know, they wasn't coming back downstairs. Excuse me, you know, it's late at night. Well, at that time, it's early in the morning. And, you know, bro was like, man, shit, I had to go see, because I'm telling them where the hell they at, and they ain't coming back downstairs, you know. And he like, long and behold, shit, I get to the goddamn stairway. I mean, these folk didn't draw it down. They inside the house, you know. They drawing down. He like, I ain't got no boxes on. And he said, man, he said, he said, he like, let me go put some clothes on, at least, because they told him to come out the house. And hey, they were telling him straight up, like, man, if you don't come out that house before we get the goddamn blasted. And so, like, you know, I ain't mean to, you know, laugh about the story, but hey, that's how dead serious these folks is, man. They not gonna care. They not gonna spare you, you know. You're like, man, I was outside, shit, just in boxes, and it was cold. You know, just to bring out that point, right? Hey, this shit's finna get more ugly, man.
I've never had a gun put in my face.
Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught.
Hey, look, he said flashbangs. Flashbang to regular civilians don't know what the fuck going on. You know, that's that shit you see in Call of Duty, man. Right? But they using it on niggas like hey, Tupac said that inside of a song, man. They got handguns, grenades, flashbangs, smoke. What you think they gonna use that on? The dogs? Hell no, they gonna use it on your ass.
I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
They zip tied the kids together. ICE put out a statement saying they were pursuing Trinidad gang members, but U.S. citizens living in the building say they were detained too. The cops told them that if they had any unrelated warrants, they wouldn't be going back home. 37 people were ultimately arrested after agents separated children from their parents on the street. And if you're looking at this and asking yourself, how is this legal? That is the right question to ask. And it has kind of an answer. And to understand it, you have to go back to Los Angeles this summer, where federal immigration agents started pushing the envelope on orders from the White House. They raided Home Depot Park.
All right, I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna put the link in. I don't want to do too much on this video. I'm probably already about 20 minutes in. Right, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. But hey, he said fuck them kids, right? ICE agents drag children out of bed, right? Man, let's show you some more scriptures right quick. You know, it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 18. Excuse me, verse 22. Like I said, this is the prelude, man. This is coming on the pipeline. You know what? So like before we get there, let's hit that second Esdras chapter 15 right quick. Go ahead, that might be my last precept in Jeremiah. It's second Esdras chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, right? You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. This is coming to Jay. Let's just say take the rice out the oven. I ain't never changed it around. Salakia. But this second is 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, right? The possessive word of my people, right? You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. You are the Lord's chosen people, right? It says, the words of prophecy speak about the events that's about to happen before. Tell them about it. Warn them. Tell them about the good news. You know this place finna go down. We finna get the kingdom next. Before we get the kingdom, we gotta go through pure hell. Pure hell than the hell that we already been through. All put together. You know, but put it in their ear. The words of prophecy, right? He said, "Which I'll put in thy mouth," saith the Lord. Right? This the Lord going to speak through us. That push the message, warn the people, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right? You don't have to believe. Right? But when these things come on the pipeline, that's when you're going to truly believe. Right? And I'm gonna close off with this Jeremiah 18 and 22. I could do more, but I'm kind of going to get ready for camp, Lord willing. This Jeremiah 18, verse 22. Let a cry be heard from their houses, when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. For they have digged a pit to take me, and hid snares for my feet. And like I said, hey, what we're watching is practice. Right? They're about to go live real soon. you know how you do in drills in basketball? No? All right, we're gonna practice. All right, this one live. Right? You know how you do a walkthrough. You know, you do a walkthrough. They coach be like, all right, this one live. Right? They about to do such thing, man. Right? We come to the time of checking their chapter 16, which I haven't grabbed, but you know, 16 and what, like 60 Sam on down. You know? This man's ready to come in like a flood, man. Right? And you're witnessing it, right? You saw props on the left-hand side, man. He showed you what he's going to do on the left-hand side before he actually do it. Right? And we're calling it out to warn you. Right? It says, let a cry be heard from their houses, right? The kids zip-tied, getting separated from their families. Don't know where you going, right? Y'all probably inside different paddy wagons. You know? This is the reality that's coming down the pipeline. Right? And they dig the pit, right? We already know them concentration camps, you know, getting ready for this NWO. Right? They get chipped and put back into society. This was about to go down, man. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give out honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Shalom.